Appalachia!
Society has led us to believe that Appalachia is home of the hillbilly and backward thinking, but what is Appalachia exactly? According to the Appalachian Regional Commission, the Appalachian region contains over 400 counties in 13 states, ranging from northeastern Mississippi to southern New York. It is a vast area of mountain ranges overflowing with coal, lumber, and other natural resources. Its history is rich in the Civil War battles and pioneers pushing west to pan for gold. However, Appalachia is much more than a region. It is a people group, culture, and a way of life for more than 25 million people. The original inhabitants were Native American groups such as Cherokee and Shawnee. Later, Scottish and Irish settlers came and took over taming the land. Physically, these people were always separated from modern America by the vast expanses of the Appalachian Mountains. This remoteness gave rise to the Appalachia culture, steeped in values of family, independence, traditionalism, religion, and modesty. Nowadays, interstate development, coal mining, drug addictions, lack of teeth, and poor health are popular themes often cited regarding this culture. More interesting and amazing is their most distinguished characteristic, their dialect.
Appalachian English is a very distinct way of speaking. What we need to recognize clinically are common misconceptions about this dialect, that Appalachian people are uneducated, speak with laziness, and are inferior to the greater population. Therefore, we as therapists should take extra measures to ensure that our communication in no way appears to condescend or patronize someone of the Appalachian descent. These are very proud people. They're proud of where they're from, the lifestyle they lead, and the simplicity of their daily living. Although I personally find it amusing when people hear Northern Virginia smirk after hearing my North Carolina accent, some people may not take it so lightly. So don't be surprised if you have a patient who speaks like this.
I live in the western part of North Carolina, a little place called Robbinsville, NC, and I'm not far from the Cherokee Indian Reservation. You might know where that's at. And the next little town close to me is Murphy and Bryson City and Andrews, North Carolina. Roger?
Appalachia faces many socioeconomic problems, mainly dealing with poverty, unemployment, and education. While some communities in the region have begun to improve their economy thanks to the Appalachian Regional Commission, most are still isolated and prone to widespread poverty. Unemployment rates in Appalachia are directly correlated to their educational status, with the highest rates also being in the central region. Just to throw a few facts out there, 2/3 of Appalachian counties have unemployment rates higher than the national average, with this number slightly skewed because of the number of people giving up on jobs and leaving the workforce altogether. Of 420 counties, only 8 have registered positive employment growth since 2007, the region as a whole having lost all of the jobs it had gained since 2000, accounting for nearly 800,000 jobs. The people of Appalachia have always and continue to struggle in regards to their standards of education. This is shown by the fact that the number of people completing high school is less than the national average, and the proportion of adults with college degrees is about 2/3 of the national average.
There is a misconception when it comes to religion in Appalachia. Many think of a hillbilly religion, tent revivals, serpent handlers, and fire and brimstone preachers. Many of these stereotypes may hold true in parts of Appalachia, but they are actually quite rare and do not capture the true culture and spirituality. With Christianity and Roman Catholicism as the predominant religions, spirituality is of paramount importance to these people. It's what gives them meaning and a purpose to life. As a result of this high spiritual awareness, the people of Appalachia are very connected and supportive of each other, yet very dependent from any other culture or religion around them. This is evident in the separation of their churches and their religious institutions, believing that large religious institutions control and manipulate the spirit-led faith that is of utmost importance to them. So how does this relate to us? A study performed at East Tennessee State University showed that Appalachians looked for empathetic healthcare providers who not only met their physical needs, but their spiritual needs as well. As healthcare providers, we should strive to stay open-minded towards the people of Appalachia and consider utilizing their spiritual connection with God as a secondary tool for healing and wellness.
As far as food is concerned, classic Appalachian cuisine has been called the red-headed stepchild of regional cuisines. It includes ingredients foreign to many of us in this region, like ramp and sassafras, as well as recipes we may call unusual, such as dried apple stack cakes, cream pool candy, funeral home salad, and anything that includes bologna. The diet has been said to contain a large variety because many people from the region still garden, but it is also high in fat. Fry foods, gravies, sauces, much salt, and fattier meats are often included in daily meals. The region's relatively poor diet, along with other devastating factors, has driven Appalachia to have desperately poor health compared with other areas of our nation. They have been found to have higher rates of cancer, heart disease, obesity, hypertension, diabetes, chronic lung disease, and premature mortality. These unfortunate findings can be traced back to a number of factors, one being the population. In general, Appalachia contains a disproportionate number of retired, disabled, unemployed, and poor people, making healthcare difficult to afford. Then there is the fact that Appalachian residents have less access to doctors, hospitals, specialists, and dentists than many other regions do. In fact, some areas have a population to primary care physician ratio of 3,500 to 1 or higher. Another contributor to Appalachia's poor health is local drug abuse. A greater proportion of people in Appalachia, mainly central coal mining counties, abuse prescription drugs and report mental health problems than the nation as a whole. Poverty, depression, mental illness, and drug and alcohol abuse reinforce each other in these regions. The use of cigarettes, heroin, and other opiates is significantly higher in Appalachia regions than any other in the nation.
Although parts of Appalachia are considered some of the poorest areas in America, organizations like the ARC are devoted to helping bridge the socioeconomic gap without compromising or losing what Appalachia and the mountain men have to offer. It's important to realize the struggles and conflicts that remain within this culture as modern medicine and rural Appalachia meet.
That's all, folks!